Kicking It with Ken is sponsored by AE Door and Window.
I should rename it Staying Warm with Ken.
Yeah.
Today. Stay warm with Ken.
Right. Well, this cold weather, though, it's not stopping people from getting outside.
It is not.
Yeah, so one local business is keeping you warm while you do it.
Yeah, good place out there in Milford. Let's get over to the roads, rivers, and trails. Kenny Baker, you look like a burrito. Chipotle called. They want their burrito wrapper back.
I'm actually kind of jealous.
Oh, yeah, look at it.
Oh, you guys woke me up, startled me
oh,
awake. Anyways, road, rivers, and trails. Brian, okay, so let me give your street cred. I just learned this like 2 seconds ago. You're not only the owner here, I am cold. You have camped in negative what before?
Negative 50.
Negative 50?
Going up Mount Washington, yeah. So my first ever backpacking trip was actually through the Appalachian Trail through winter. So 170 days through winter in the mountains.
That's crazy.
I love it. I love the cold.
So, but this is for everybody, what we're going to talk about. You do a lot of education here. What do you guys do here at
Yeah,
Rivers and
absolutely. We got
Trails?
everything. Show you a little bit of everything. So
Yeah.
education, we want all the resources that you need to get outside, whether that's us, whether that's a guide, the help that you need, all the filtration systems, all the
things.
stoves, all the footwear.
This is crazy. So they have chains for your feet. You put these on your shoes, right?
Yeah. So whether you're going to the nature center for a hike or you're walking the dog, there's all kinds of different levels, more or less aggressive. But the last thing you need is a slip on the ice.
Can you put this on a jump shoe? Like,
yeah.
what if you don't
yeah,
have
so
boots?
this is going to slip right over your shoe, which we're missing right now. But
yeah, because I haven't done that.
But typically, this is going to slip over any shoe. And anything from just walking outside to get the paper, and we got sheets of ice right now. So
you are full of information. We were talking about these gloves down here. You were talking about the reason that some gloves, like you buy like I have a little cheap pair that I threw on. What's the reason people's hands get just like toe up in the cold? Like, what's the reason?
Well, one of the big things. So that's actually that's what I wore to work today. That's one of my favorite pairs of gloves. So you could go with a big thick glove, and obviously big thick glove is going to be warmer. That's great. That has the Gore wind stopper, so it's a windproof glove. So that wind cutting through your glove is just stripping the heat away, and your fingers don't produce it that fast.
So I didn't know that.
Glove.
Some people might think, why is this guy on TV? So it's not the actual, it's just cold outside. It's the wind that's getting inside.
Absolutely. How do you retain your heat? How do you trap your heat in the wind? Biggest thief.
I like it. Okay, so and then this coat that I have on.
You like that? You warm?
Yeah, it's cool.
So what if I told you this is that?
This is the coat? Wow.
So
what's special about this
thing?
thing?
You got a lot going on. You know, we have a lot of different coats depending on your adventure or what you're doing. Maybe you want something more packable. Maybe you want something more light, but you definitely want something warm, and it's worth investing in. Winter's not going away, right? If you're staying in Cincinnati, winter's not going away. So that's a great one. We have a lot of products from Rab. They make excellent stuff. That has the box baffle through the chest, which really helps trap.
Which I was going to say, slow that down for us. So a regular coat, when it's just the stitching, the wind's getting in between, but this stops that from
absolutely.
happening.
Your heat's radiating out from the stitching, or the wind's cutting through.
Yeah.
Where if you have a more 2D or 3D, I guess, box baffle, you don't have that heat loss. It has the tilt reflective technology on the inside, reflecting your heat back, and a really high quality downfill, goose downfill.
Brian is a really good guy. On Fridays, Kicking It with Ken, we're actually going to work with a nonprofit. You're working with them also. So what's going to be happening at that event, and it benefits the community? Yeah,
so with Adventure Crew, and the event will be Saturday morning. We're going to see you Friday in preparation for it, but that's the gear swap at Mad Tree Brewing in Oakley.
Yeah.
And so a great opportunity to come check out some awesome used gear at a good price. Maybe you pick up a new kayak or a backpack or maybe a new coat.
And then if you're fortunate enough to have some old stuff around, they're collecting things for kids so that they can go out and get active. Any other cold weather tips before we get out of here?
Oh, everything. You don't have to be cold. That's the biggest tip, right? The weather's cold, you don't have to be.
Yeah, you even suggested, you said skip buying the iPhone and just get a nice coat. And then
that's right. Stop walking around in your cotton hoodie.
Freezing.
You could be warm. I promise you I can help you.
I love it. All right, as we get back in the studio.